Hey friends, today I want to share with you one of the most powerful and inspiring stories from the Bible. It's the story of a young boy who faced a giant and won. This is the story of David and Goliath, a story about courage, faith, and believing in yourself even when the world thinks you're too small or too weak. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into this epic battle. A long time ago, there were two groups of people who didn't get along, the Israelites and the Philistines. One day, both armies camped on opposite sides of a valley, ready for war. But instead of fighting right away, the Philistines sent out their champion, a warrior named Goliath. Now, Goliath wasn't just big. He was a giant. Some say he was over 9 feet tall. That's taller than a basketball hoop. He wore heavy armor, carried a huge spear, and his voice was loud enough to shake your bones. Every day, Goliath shouted, "Send me a man to fight. If he beats me, we'll be your servants. But if I win, you'll be ours." For 40 days, he challenged them. And guess what? Nobody was brave enough to step forward. The Israelites were terrified. Now, here's where the story gets interesting. Far away from the battlefield lived a young shepherd boy named David. He was the youngest of 8 brothers. David wasn't a soldier. He wasn't tall, strong, or trained in battle. His job? Watching over his father's sheep. One day, David's father sent him to take food to his brothers at the battlefield. When David got there, he heard Goliath's challenge. While everyone else was trembling with fear, David's reaction was totally different. He asked, "Why is no one fighting this man? Don't he know God is with us?" People laughed at him. Even his own brothers said, "Go back to your sheep, David. This isn't for kids." But David didn't back down. He went straight to King Saul and said, "I'll fight Goliath." The king was shocked. "You're just a boy," Saul said. But David answered, "When I was guarding my sheep, I fought lions and bears with my own hands. If God protected me then, he will protect me now." King Saul finally agreed, but he tried to dress David in heavy armor. The helmet, the sword, the shield, they were all too big and heavy. David could barely move. He shook his head and said, "I can't fight like this." So he took them off. Instead, David picked up his simple shepherd sling and chose 5 smooth stones from a nearby stream. No armor, no sword, just a sling, stones, and faith. When Goliath saw David walking toward him, he laughed. "What is this? You send me a boy with sticks and stones? Come here, and I'll crush you like a bug." But David stood tall. He didn't look scared. He shouted back, "You come with a sword and spear, but I come in the name of the Lord." Today, everyone will know that it's not by sword or spear that the battle is won, but by God's power. The tension was real. The giant moved forward, his armor clanking, his spear shining in the sun. David reached into his bag, pulled out 1 stone, placed it in his sling, and swung it around his head. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Then he let go. The stone flew fast, cutting through the air, and struck Goliath right in the forehead. Smack! The giant's eyes went wide, his knees buckled, and with a thunderous crash, Goliath fell face first to the ground. The entire valley went silent. The Philistines couldn't believe what just happened. David, the boy shepherd, had taken down the undefeated giant with just 1 stone. David ran forward, took Goliath's own sword, and raised it high. The Israelite army exploded with joy and charged forward, chasing away the Philistines. In that single moment, everything changed. David went from being the little shepherd boy nobody believed in to the hero of Israel. So what does this story teach us today? It's not always about size, strength, or weapons. It's about courage, faith, and trusting that you're never too small to make a big difference. Sometimes we all face our own giants, problems, fears, challenges that look impossible to defeat. But just like David, if you believe, stay brave, and never give up, you can overcome them too. Thank you for listening to the story of David and Goliath. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing and simple Bible stories told in a fun way. And remember, no matter how big the giant, you are never too small to win.